right, it's a beautiful Saturday morning in the city of Ibadan. Welcome to Kiddies Lounge on Oxygen 96.9 FM. You're welcome. This is a class on air where we dive into the world of science. If you are just joining us for the first time, this is how we do it from 8 a.m. in the morning till 9 a.m. I am OSENI or Lato James. I'm going to be your tutor on here. So please welcome. Find yourself a very comfortable place and get your writing materials as we go again into the world of science. Good morning and welcome to Kiddies Lounge. All right, let's quickly revise our last topic. Let's quickly look at what we've learned last class. Last class we look at the solar system. Yeah, we look at solar system. We look at the meaning of solar system, the components of the solar system. Then we look at the characteristics of the planet. Last class I told you that solar system is made up of the sun and the natural bodies that move around it. Solar system is made up of the sun and the natural bodies that move around it. The sun is at the center. The sun is at the center of the solar system. That is, the sun is at the center. Why all other natural bodies they revolve around it. And likewise, we talk about the components of the solar system. We talk about the sun, which is the major and the largest body in the solar system. The sun is the largest body in the solar system, which stands at the center of the solar system. And the second component is the planets. These are bodies that move around the sun. There are 9 planets that move around the sun. And I gave you an acronym, Mr. Victor, it's my jam students urination never pour. You remember that? So that is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. These are the 9 planets that revolve around the sun. They move around the sun. And likewise, we talk about the characteristics of each planet. We talk about the Mercury being the smallest of all the planets. Mercury is the smallest, and it is the closest planet to the sun. And because it is the closest planet to the sun, so Mercury is the hottest planet, being the closest to the sun. Then Mercury contains no living thing because it is extremely hot. It contains no living thing because of its high temperature. Then it has the shortest orbit around the sun. That is, it takes just 88 days to complete a revolution. That is, it takes 88 days to move completely around the sun. Are you getting me now? And we talk about the distance of the sun from its distance from the sun is about 57 million 600,000 kilometers. That is the distance of Mercury away from the sun, 57 million 600,000 kilometers. Then I told you that Mercury has no satellite. You remember, satellite is a natural body that revolve around the planet. You know the planet revolve around the sun. Likewise, satellite revolve around the planet. Are you getting me now? But when we are talking about this Mercury, it has no satellite. Are you getting me now? So Mercury has no satellite. Then let's move on to the second one quickly. Venus, it is the second planet closest planet to the sun. It is the second closest planet to the sun. It contains no living things as well. It contains no living things as well. Then it is often referred to as the Earth twin. It is often referred to as the Earth twin. Why? Because of the close proximity in size. That is, their size is almost the same. Are you getting me now? The same. They have almost the same mass and density. So because of that, the Venus is referred to as Earth twin. Then it takes about 225 days for the Venus to complete a revolution. Are you getting me now? Then the distance of Venus from the sun is about 107,200,000 kilometers. Then Venus as well has no satellite. Then let's move on to the third one. The third planet is the Earth. The Earth. It is the only planet where life exists. It is the only planet where life exists, and this is because Earth is the only planet that contains oxygen and force of gravity. So you remember, living things, we can't survive without oxygen. So because Earth is the only planet that contains oxygen and force of gravity, so Earth is the only planet where life exists, and it takes Earth about 365 days to complete a revolution. 365 days to complete a revolution. And the distance of the sun, this distance of the Earth from the sun is about 148,800,000 kilometers. 148,800,000 kilometers. Then the Earth has only one satellite, and the only satellite is the moon. So the moon is the only satellite that revolves around the Earth. Then let's move on to another planet, which is the Mars. For those people that were unable to join us last week, the next planet is the Mars. The Mars is believed to have the possibility of supporting some plant life. It takes about 687 days to complete a revolution, and the distance of the Mars from the sun is about 227,200,000 kilometers. Then Mars has two satellites. Then let's move on to Jupiter. Jupiter is referred to as the largest planet in the solar system. Don't mix it up. It is the largest planet, not the largest body. You know, when we are talking about the largest body in the component of a solar system, sun is the largest body. But here, out of the 9 planets that we have, Jupiter is the largest. Are you getting me now? Then, being the largest, it takes about 11.9 years to complete a revolution. Do you see this? That is, as it revolves, the movement is somehow slow compared to the planet you have mentioned before. When you look at Mercury, that one is about 88 days. Are you getting me now? So when you are looking at this planet, this one, others that we have mentioned, it takes them days, but this one is taking up to years. Are you getting me now? So Jupiter, it takes about 11.9 years to complete a revolution, and the distance of Jupiter from the sun is about 772,800,000 kilometers, and it has 12 satellites. Then Saturn is the second largest planet after Jupiter. So Saturn is the second largest planet. It has 3 rings about it, which is a piece of ice, rock debris and dust that orbits around the equator. Then it takes about 29.5 years to complete a revolution. The distance of Saturn from the sun is about 1,417,600,000 kilometers, and it has 9 satellites. Uranus is the only planet that revolves around the sun in a clockwise direction. That is, all other planets, they revolve around the sun in anti-clockwise direction. It is only Uranus that revolve around the sun in anti-clockwise direction. What do I mean by that? The movement of Uranus around the sun is from the left to the right. That is clockwise direction. While other planets, they move from the right to the left. That is anti-clockwise. Then Uranus take about 84 years to complete its revolution. Then the distance of Uranus from the sun is about 2,854,400,000 kilometers, and Uranus has 5 satellites. Then the second to the last, Neptune, is very cold because of its distance from the sun. This planet is very cold. It's far from the sun. It is the 8th planet, so it's cold, and it takes about 164.8 years to complete its revolution. I told you earlier that the distance is far from the sun, and the distance is about 4,468,800,000 kilometers, and it has only 2 satellites. Then the last planet is Pluto. It is the farthest planet from the sun, far, and because of this, it is the coldest planet. It is the coldest planet. It has the longest orbit around the sun. That is, it takes about 247.7 years to complete a revolution, and the distance from the sun is about 5,850,000,000 kilometers. Pluto has no satellite like Mercury. It has no satellite. So this is about the solar system we learned last week. So today, let's quickly go on a break. When we come back, we'll move on to today's topic. If you are just joining us, this is Kiddies Lounge on Oxygen 96.9 FM Ibadan. Please, before we move to today's topic, get yourself your writing materials. I know you are ready as usual. Get your writing materials. Sit comfortably as we consider today's topic together. And this morning we are looking at another very interesting topic. The topic we want to consider this morning is adaptation. Adaptation. You can write it down. Adaptation. That is our topic for this morning. Adaptation. We want to look at the meaning of adaptation. We want to look at some adaptive features of some animals to their environment. Are you getting me now? So let's quickly look at the meaning of adaptation. Let me dictate for you to write, then I will explain. Adaptation is defined as the ability of an organism to live successfully in a particular habitat as a result of its structure, appearance, and behavior. I repeat, adaptation is defined as the ability of an organism to live successfully in a particular habitat as a result of its structure, appearance, and behavior. For the last time, adaptation is defined as the ability of an organism to live successfully in a particular habitat as a result of its structure, appearance, and behavior. When we are talking about adaptation, let me put it this way. You know, if you pick fish from the pond, are you getting me now? And you put it on the land like that, it won't be possible for that fish to survive. So, because the fish cannot adapt to the environment, so that fish will not be able to survive. Are you getting me now? And if you pick like a goat now and you throw that goat inside, let's say, big sea or ocean, will it survive? The answer is no. Why? Because it has no uh, adaptive features to survive in that ocean. Are you getting me now? So we want to look at some special features, structures, behaviors possessed by some organisms, plants, animals that enable them to live successfully in a particular environment. Are you getting me now? Wait, let's check this. When you look at the people living in Europe, you see them, their weather is quite different from those people living in Africa here. Are you getting me now? Consider a country like Senegal. you know, their temperature is quite different from those people living in USA. Are you getting me now? So they have some things that makes them to adapt to the environment successfully. So let's consider it. So as I said earlier, that adaptation is defined as the ability of an organism to live successfully in a particular habitat as a result of its structure, appearance, and behavior. It is expected that every organism must adapt to its environment in order to survive. So if you want to survive in a particular environment, you should learn how to adapt. That's just it. So plants and animals possesses certain features which enable them to adapt to either aquatic or terrestrial habitat. Are you getting me now? So let's look at animal adaptation. That is the first point we want to consider. Animal adaptation. How animal adapt to their environment. Sometimes animal do migrate out of one environment to the other due to one reason or the other, and finding themselves in another environment. How are they going to survive? So let's look at animal adaptation to aquatic habitat. Animal adaptation to aquatic habitat. That is the first thing we want to consider. The aquatic animals. That is animals that live in the water, like fish, like crocodile, water turtle, and so on. Are you getting me now? So want to look at frog. You're told, frog can be considered as amphibians. We are coming back to that, but we can still refer to them as what? Aquatic animal, because sometimes they live in water. Are you getting me now? So let's look at some special features that they possess. Are you getting me now? Which allow them to live successfully in water. The first one is that they possess streamlined body for easy movement in the water. They possess streamlined body for easy movement in the water, like tilapia fish and toad. I'm coming back to that. Number 2, possession of fins for movement, as in the case of fish. When you look at fish, they have fins. You know what we call fins? Something like just ant fan like this attached to their body. You get that? That is what we call fin. That used to flap up and down like that. That is what we call fins. Possession of fins for movement. And they have one in fish that we call caudal fin at the tail. That help them to propel forward. To propel them forward. Are you getting me now? So possession of fins for movement, as in the case of fish. And for toad, possession of webbed toes. Webbed toes. In between toes of the toad, you see something like a soft skin that attached the toes. Like if you look at our own toes, our fingers like this, they are separate. Are you getting me now? But when you look at that of toad, there is one soft skin in between each toes. Are you getting me now? Which attach them together. So that one help them to swim. So possession of webbed toes as in toad. Then possession of gills for gaseous exchange in fish and tadpoles. Possession of gills, that is, they have gills for respiration, for gaseous exchange. Are you getting me now? Then they possess tail. I've mentioned that for swimming. That is caudal fin. Are you getting me now? Then possession of sticky undersurface for attachment to surfaces of objects, e.g. nails and flatworms. Snails and flatworms. Some of them, they possess sticky undersurface. Yes. So that when they are underwater, they will be able to stick. They will be able to attach themselves. Are you getting me now? To a particular object. Then let's look at adaptation of animals because of our time. Adaptation of animal to terrestrial habitat. That is, we want to look at some adaptive features of animals that live on land. Number one, they possess powerful limbs for movement. That is, they are going to be walking on land. So they possess powerful limbs for movement. Like, for example, mammals. When we are talking about mammals, human being, like dog, like goat, like a lion, like a rat. They are mammals. Some of you are they mammals? Yes, they are mammals, because when we come to that, we consider that they are also regarded as mammals. Are you getting me now? Possession of powerful limbs for movement. That is one of the adaptive feature of what terrestrial animal. Then number two, possession of lungs for gaseous exchange. Unlike these aquatic animals, they possess gills for gaseous exchange, but terrestrial animals, that they possess lungs for gaseous exchange. Mammals, birds, reptiles. When we are talking about reptiles, we are talking about something like snake, your lizard, what do we call this? What do we like? This alligator, what do we call it? Yes, they are regarded as they are referred to as reptiles. Then we have amphibians. Your toad. Toad is amphibian because it lives in water and on land. So, but all these animals I have mentioned, they possess lung for gaseous exchange. Then possession of sweat gland for excretion and cooling. Yes, that is, terrestrial animals, they possess sweat gland for excretion to remove metabolic waste. Are you getting me now? And for cooling, so their skin like this, we have sweat gland that will help them to remove sweat, and for cooling, like mammals, they have sweat gland. Then another one about these terrestrial animals, possession of ear, as in mammals, and that of feathers in bed for body temperature regulation. So terrestrial animals, most of them, they possess ear that cover their body, like human being, like dog, like goat. They possess ear that cover their body to regulate the temperature. Then birds, they possess feathers that covers their body to regulate the temperature. Then possession of skin as a mammal, and cuticle by insect to protect and prevent drying up and injury. Then let's look at adaptation of arboreal animals. When we are talking about arboreal animals, these are animals that live on tree. They don't live on land, they don't live on water, they live on tree. So possession of wings for flight, that is one of their adaptive features. They have wings for flight. Birds, they possess what? Wings for flight. Then another thing, possession of strong and hollow bones. Possession of strong hollow bones to make them light. To make them light when they are flying. So that is another thing. Possession of wings for flight, and possession of hollow bones to make them light. Then another thing about arboreal animals is that they possess bright color as well as camouflage. Some of them, they possess bright color and they can camouflage, like chameleon. So that one, especially when you are looking at chameleon, it can camouflage, that is change color, so that to protect himself from the predators. Are you getting me now? So chameleon can quickly change the color, so that it will be able to escape from the predator. That is one of their adaptive features that help them to survive. The another thing is possession of powerful limbs, claws, and tails for climbing, piercing, and piercing. When we are talking about possession of powerful limbs, most of these arboreal animals, like monkeys, baboons, they jump from trees to trees, to trees. So their limbs is powerful to help them do that. Are you getting me now? Then they have sharp claws that will help them to grip that tree very well. Are you getting me now? Then for piercing, they will use it to grip the tree very well before jumping to another one. Are you getting me now? So like birds, monkey, and baboons, so they possess powerful limbs, claws, and tail for climbing and piercing. Then possession of strong muscles and tendons to easy flight. They have strong muscles and tendons for easy flight. Then they feed mainly on grains to provide the energy needed required for flight. Like birds, they feed mainly on grains for energy needed for flight. Now let's look at, so far we have been talking about the adaptive features of animals. Yes, we talk about the adaptive features of aquatic animal. We talk about the adaptive feature of terrestrial animal and the adaptive feature of arboreal. Are you getting me now? So now we want to look at the adaptation of plants to aquatic habitat. Adaptation of plant, adaptation of plants to aquatic habitat. We want to look at adaptation of plants to their environment. So the first thing is adaptation of plant to aquatic habitat. There are some plants that survive on water. Are you getting me now? So we want to look at the special features possessed by this plant that helps them to survive. Are you getting me now? The first one is that they possess waxy cuticles on leaves to prevent wetting. They possess what? Waxy cuticles on leaves to prevent wetting. Like water lettuce. Yes, water lettuce. So they possess waxy cuticle on leaf to prevent wetting. Then another feature that help them to survive in water is that they possess long stem and flower stalk to expose the flower and leaf. That is, when you look at them, their stem is going to be long, go down. Are you getting me now? Into the water. Then they have flower stalk to expose the flower. When I'm talking about stem, are you getting me now? That we take the flower up. Are you getting me now? That we carry it up above the water level. Are you getting me? Then it will expose the flower and leaf. Are you getting me now? For the purpose of pollination, like water lily. Then another thing is that possession of adventitious roots. That is, they have root that is much like airy, and it will scatter all around. Are you getting me now? So possession of adventitious roots, like water lettuce, they have adventitious roots. Then possession of air floats in the leaf and stem for buoyancy. They possess air floats in the leaf and stem for buoyancy. Then possession of breathing roots for gaseous exchange. They have breathing roots for gaseous exchange, like white mangrove. So they have breathing root for gaseous exchange. Then possession of ear space in the tissue for buoyancy. That one is for aquatic plants. Let's look at some adaptive features for terrestrial habitat. The first one is that they have a extensive root system for anchorage and water absorption. They have extensive root system which enable them to absorb water. Then another thing is that they have thick bark. They have thick bark. You know what we call bark? That is the outer layer that covers the tree. So they have thick bark on the stem to protect the internal tissue. Then another thing, they have numerous leaves. They have numerous leaves to enhance better photosynthesis. They have numerous roots to enhance better photosynthesis. That is, they have much leaf. It is terrestrial habitat. Are you getting me now? So for better photosynthesis, they have much leaf. It is the leaf that will trap energy from the sun. Then possession of succulent stems by desert plant to enable them to store excess water. That is, plants that are on desert land. Are you getting me now? They have succulent stems where excess water is stored. Are you getting me now? So they have succulent stem to enable them to store excess water. Then they have tiny and scanty leaf by desert plant to reduce water loss through transpiration. That is, plants in desert places, they possess a scanty leaf, unlike plants that are in the rainforest like that. They have scanty leaf that will help them to reserve the water that they have stored up in the succulent stem. Are you getting me now? So during transpiration, the water loss is going to be reduced. Are you getting me now? So then, possession of thick and waxy corticles on leaf to prevent water loss through transpiration. These are the adaptive features possessed by plants that are on land. That is adaptive features of terrestrial plant. Now we will quickly go on a break. When we come back, we look at special adaptation of some organisms. And the first organism we will check there is the tilapia fish. Yes, we look at the tilapia fish, we look at birds, and we look at adaptation of toad or frog for food, for protection, and for movement. Before we go, because of time, before we go on short break, let's quickly look at adaptation of tilapia fish for movement. Adaptation of tilapia fish for movement. The tilapia fish is an aquatic animal. Tilapia fish lives in water, you know that one. But so let's look at some special features in tilapia fish for movement. The first one is possession of fins for movement in water. Possession of fins for movement in water. That is, the fins that are on the tilapia fish, they are not for decoration. It helps them to move. So possession of fins for movement. Then possession of lateral line system for detection of vibration in water. Yes, there is something we call lateral line on tilapia fish. Is at their back like this. It is used to detect vibration in water. So when the predator is coming, so immediately the lateral line will quickly detect the vibration. That is, there is one movement that is coming closer to them. So it helps them to sense danger when danger is coming. Are you getting me now? So possession of lateral line for detection of vibration in water. Then possession of powerful tail, which is used for propelling the fish forward. They have front quarter tail. Are you getting me now? Possession of powerful tail that is used to propel the fish forward. You know, when you check the tail of the tilapia fish, it is like ant fan, scattered big. So that tail is used to propel the fish forward, to push the fish forward as the fish is swimming. Then the direction of the fins and scale backward aids easy movement through the water. If you check the fins of the tilapia fish, the direction is backward, and likewise the scale that covers the body. Are you getting me now? The direction is what? Is backward. So it enables them to move through the water easily. Then tilapia fish possess large eyes without eyelid, which enables them to see the predators and prey easily. They possess large eyes that enables them to see predators and their prey easily. Then they possess swim bladder. Almost all the aquatic animals have this. So they possess swim bladder that helps them to be buoyant in water. So it is in buoyancy in water. Then let's look at another one. The silvery white color of the body below and black above prevent it from being seen by enemies. The silvery white color of the body below, when you check under the fish or under tilapia fish, you have silvery white color. Then at the back you have black. So that color is to prevent it from being seen by enemies. So let's look at adaptive features of birds for flight. Adaptive features of birds for flight. The first one is possession of light body weight to ease the flight. Possession of light body weight to ease flight. Birds, they have light body weight, so they will be able to fly easily. Then possession of feathers for protection. Possession of feathers for protection. Then regulation of temperature. I mentioned that earlier. So they possess feathers for protection and for temperature regulation. Then another one is possession of wings for flight. That is what wings, that is what they use for flight, right? So possession of wings for flight. Then they have a streamlined body shape to ease their flight. So lastly, let's talk about adaptation of toad or frog for food, protection, and movement. Let's look at the adaptive feature of toad for food. They possess special olfactory organ in the head for smelling and perceiving the odor of his food. When we are talking about this, when we are talking about olfactory organ, the olfactory organ is the olfactory lobe. Are you getting me now? And they have this in their head, which quickly help them to detect the odor of their food. So their olfactory lobe is very strong, which enables them to quickly detect odor of food. Then another special feature of toad is that they have the ability to draw eyes in. They will draw their eyes in, and they will now make it a purge one that make it purge in the root of the mouth, which help them to prevent their prey from escaping and help in swallowing. So when they are swallowing, so they purge in their eyes. Then another one, their tongue is attached at the front of the mouth, which can be rapidly extended to capture or trap prey. So you see them extending their tongue outside like that. So because their tongue is attached to the front of the mouth, so their tongue is now going to be long. They will just extend the tongue out to catch the prey. Then another one is that the tongue is long and sticky to hold prey. The tongue is long and sticky to hold prey. Then let's look at the features possessed by toad for protection. The first one is the skin is slimming with mucus gland, which make the animal difficult to be caught by the predator. Yes, the skin is slimming with mucus, so the predator won't find it easy for them to be caught. Then the slimming fluid keep the skin moist and prevent the skin from drying up. They have the fluid which keep their body moist to prevent it from drying up. Then the toad has poisonous gland on the skin, which is poisonous and distasteful to the predator. At the back of the toad like this, you have the poisonous gland. Are you getting me now? So the poisonous gland contain poisons, and it makes it distasteful to the predator. Then another one, brownish color help them to blend with the color of the surroundings and prevent them from being noticed by predator. Sometimes, I don't know if you have ever noticed, toad will be lying down on the floor like this and you won't know that they are there because they will have mixed up with the color of that sand. So they have brownish color and cryptic coloration that help them to blend with the surroundings. Then they have the ability to alter its color to blend with the background, similar to chameleon that I mentioned earlier. They have the ability to alter their color and to blend with their background. Then let's look at the features of toad for movement. That is the last thing we are going to consider here because of the time. Toad has long limbs with powerful muscles which enables them to up or jump efficiently. They have powerful long hind limb. That is the one at the back. It's called hind limb. So they have long, powerful hind limb muscles that enables them to up and jump efficiently. Then absence of tail enhance upping and jumping movement. Yes, the absence of tail enhancing the upping and jumping movement. Then they have webbed toe in the hind limb. They have webbed toe. I told you that in between the toes of the hind limb of a toad, you have soft skin that connects the toes together. So that is the webbed toes. The webbed toes in the hind limb can be used as a paddle for efficient swimming in water. For efficient swimming in water. And lastly, they possess streamlined body for easy movement and swimming. This is where we are going to stop this morning. Let's quickly open the phone lines. I have like 2 or 3 minutes before I sign out this morning. The number to call 070 4700 3969, 070 or 070 The number to call 070 Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Yeah. Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Dan. I'm 13 years old. I'm calling from Araba.
Araba. Daniel. Daniel what?
Olarinde.
Okay, from Araba. Good morning, Daniel. Thank you for joining on the show. Are you ready for today's question?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Can you give me some adaptive features of tilapia fish that help the tilapia fish to survive in water? Just mention like four adaptive
Tilapia
features.
fish,
Okay.
possession of things for movement in water.
Possession of fins for movement in water, right?
Possession of lateral line. It is used to detect the vibration in water.
Good. Possession of lateral line to detect vibration in water. Yes. Give me another
Possession
one.
of powerful tail, which is used for propelling the fish forward.
Yes. Possession of powerful tail to propel the fish forward. Then give me another one.
Possession of direction of the things backward.
Okay. Thank you for joining us on the show, Daniel. Thank you so much for joining this morning. Thank you. All right, this is where we are going to wrap up the show for this morning. Thank you for joining us on Kiddies Lounge this morning. Do well to join us next week by 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Until next week, please stay safe. Good morning.